Alright everybody, we're back in business. Alright, so I'm going to a new location for today. But I'm gonna try to like make a short film type of thing, like a short little cinematic. I don't know what you would call it, but like on YouTube you could like look up like 1 minute short films and like kinda get the idea that I'm going for. But yeah. So in the meantime, figured out I'll like make a video on how to convince your parents to get a motorcycle, I guess. If you are still like old enough, if you're like of that age where like you have to ask your parents for like everything, if that makes sense. But I mean like you do, but like for like a better part of your 20s, for the better part of your life, you have to ask your parents for a lot of things, as they're just more experienced, you know? And for a lot of you, just like my parents were, they were completely against getting a motorcycle, which is completely understandable, you know? Something smells like it's smoking, and I think it's me, dude. Alright, just Ducati things. I oiled up my chain, and the oil from the chain got everywhere, and now it's smoking quite a bit, you know? But nothing a little riding shouldn't fix. So getting back to the topic. Getting back to the topic at hand, convincing your parents, right? So, first off, I would almost try your best to make the money that you need for a motorcycle, like make it yourself. Don't ask for your parents' handout. It's okay if they want to help you. That's not like a bad thing. But like if it's you that's spending your own money, it's a whole lot like different than your parents buying it for you. Because like imagine if you were your parent, right? Like if they bought you a motorcycle and then you crashed on it the next day, imagine like the guilt that they would feel, you know what I'm saying? Versus where like, if you bought it yourself, it's a whole lot less pressure on them, because like, you couldn't like, from like a guilt standpoint, like, you're the one that like bought it, you know, against their wishes, right? And one way, that's a popular way, I guess, of doing this, is buying like a motorcycle without their knowledge, or like without their like they say it's not safe or whatever, but you forgo that and you just do what you think is right and you get it yourself, right? Which is kind of what I did, but kind of like a ask for forgiveness type of thing. Dude, this chain oil is smoking, dude. But yeah, kind of like do it and then ask for forgiveness, which is what I did from my dad. I was like, hey, I'll be honest, I'm thinking about getting a motorcycle, just wanted to let you know, be honest about it. And he was like, are you sure this is a good idea? I was like, hey man, like I understand like it's a safety concern and all that, but I feel like I'm not that age, you know, where like I should be like not having fun, but like I think I'm responsible enough to own a motorcycle. And he, for the most part, he was like okay with it. He did have like a few concerns, in which he was like, hey, you have to be safe. He gave me all like the parent talk, you know. But yeah, after like I agreed to like be safe on it, you know, some general rules like not riding too late at night, stuff like that, he was okay. And when it came to buying like a motorcycle, I obviously had like a chunk of my own money that I was willing to spend, So, when it comes to your parents, the chances of getting a motorcycle will be a whole lot higher if you, like, buy it yourself with your own money, right? Versus, like asking your parents to buy it for you, which is a whole, like, different thing. Asking your parents to buy you something that's this dangerous is a big ask, and, your parents will most likely say no. Now, as for age, it also depends on what you're asking for, right? Like, if you're asking for, like a Zoro, or like a electric motorcycle, electric, like, bike thingy, that's a whole lot different. I'm talking like about like an actual, like, motorcycle, like 600 cc's, maybe even like 500 cc's and above, right? Not that the cc matters, but like it's a whole lot more serious if yeah, my bike is starting to overheat. My bad, guys. I don't know my directions. Yeah, dude. Yeah, so basically, once you make your own money, buying a bike shouldn't be so hard, right? But also, I know there's a lot of, like, fear mongering on YouTube about getting a motorcycle, which is, like, understandable, because, like, you know, motorcycles are a whole lot less safe than cars, right? But, like, the reason to get a motorcycle is not because it's, like, unsafe or anything like that. It's just because it's fun, or maybe because you need it for a commute. Also, it does spend a lot less gas. That's also a pro that you could use. Insurance, depending on what it is, usually cheaper than a car. What else? Generally, it's, like, easier to store. That does mean, like, in the winter, you might have to store it versus, like, a car. You obviously don't. But yeah. So you can use all those points to convince your parents of what you're doing, right? And me personally, like, I didn't use any of those points. Again, I kind of just approached it as like a, hey, I want to be completely honest with you guys, I'm about to buy this thing, but I don't want it to be like a big surprise, you know? And my dad was like, hey, it's a good thing you asked, and all that, and he was very, like, not very appreciative, that's, like, not a good thing to say about asking permission from your father, but, like, he was, not happy. No, that's not it. I don't know, he was just, like, he said it was, like, nice that I asked, or, like, let him know, you know? Yeah, look at this, ladies and gentlemen, what the hell am I looking at, boys? What the hell is this road, dude? This shit is nice, cuz. But, yeah, that's basically my little spiel. Make your own money to buy it, right? To buy said motorcycle, cause, like, that should be the only thing that's, like, stopping you, right? Obviously, if your parents are down to buy you something, like, that's obviously nice of them, but, remember, like, their point of view, right? Remember, like, the guilt that they would feel if something happened to you, right? So, yeah, if you consider that, it shouldn't be, like, too hard to convince them. Also, if your track record with your parents is that you're very irresponsible, then it's gonna be harder to convince them, right? So yeah, I'm not saying like do don't do like I have my cousin, right? Don't do like where like you're nice or you follow their rules for like a month and then expect them to dish out for a motorcycle or dish out for something that you want. Don't do that. Obviously have a good responsible track record with your parents, and yeah, it shouldn't be like, if they know you're gonna be responsible, it shouldn't be too difficult. Obviously, I know some parents are like completely against it no matter how responsible you are, and I completely understand that. And for that, I would go with the ask for forgiveness approach, you know? So like, just get it, and then you're like, hey, I'm sorry, but I got it. And yeah. Well, like, again, but like keep in mind what they have to go through, you know? If something were to happen to you, it's like not nice. And like I said, like motorcycles are pretty dangerous, and something could happen, and like it could happen where like you're done for in a bad way, you know? So if you keep that in mind, it should, like, convincing your parents should not be that hard. And maybe in like the track of you convincing your parents, you might get convinced otherwise of not getting a motorcycle, which I completely respect, you know? To each their own. So yeah. Wow, dude, this is a beautiful road, dude.